A letter of thanks. Good lady, you mun kindly be, and pardon all mistakes today. It's hard in writing things for me to choose a gradely word to say. For here with Papa for me set, I'm cowering, nibbling, thend at pen. I've written many a line and yet I've had to scrap 'em out again. This word's wrong spelt and that says out, but what one wants to say, and so I scribble o'er old sheets for now, and wonder how the mistakes can grow. I want to say your parcel's here, and show you how we thankful feel, and tell, if I can make it clear, how welcome it were too as we'll. We'd nowt but what we un standing in, and everything were fair at stretch. Our clothes had all some mended bin, we couldn't have showed yet Mester Petch. Our cosy warm had getten bare, we'd popped or sewed our little stock. One shawl were all we had to spare, we couldn't even share a frock. We shivered if we went a rout, our lads were plodding upon thoof, or stockings we'd been long without, with hardly one good clog or shoof. It's only folks like us that know the want and worth of such like things. It's only folks like us can show the comfort such a treasure brings. When the parcel come we fairly stared, and wondered who could you ha' towed to see all things so nicely shared in such great lots for young and old. And when they all were sorted out, and every one could own a root, you should ha' heern our young uns shout, see thousands t'one at t'other loot. Our lads had put their breeches on and laughed and talked above a bit, and lasses too began to don theirselves to see how things 'ud fit. I seed me mother's een were weet, as all were fitting on a cloak. Me feyther looked out into t' street, and bit his lip, but never spoke. And the childer joked and brightened up. Jack said when putting the things away, his clogs that used to bite and suck at every step must clem today. While I geeked out me mother's stays, how Mally git me feyther's shirt, how Nelly could do nowt but praise a pratty shawl and flannel shirt. And so we looked saw all you'd sent upon his seat it were to see. The lads said what lots of brass you'd spent, then asked who come that lady be. Me mother wept and walked about and sharply checked each rising joke, and still me feyther looks arout and bite his lips but never spoke. At length our Mally said who thought we're happen wrong to mak a fuss, who didn't know what we'd done out, but folks should do so much for us. The things met to somebody else be sent, and by mistake be livered here. How blank at once all faces when as hope was struggling hard with fear. For long 1 minute all were still, and then me mother spoke and said that God were watching out his will in clothing us and sending bread. For 3 year Elijah lived by book, and ravens daily brought him mate, and promises who funny book that God had not o'erlook our state. Yet who could see no reason why ourselves should be so greatly blessed, but some he'd help and some he'd try, and all must surely be for best. These things'll help us mony a day, through sleet and snow and rain and cloud, for which in our plain country way we thank you gradely, young and old. The lads thank you wi' a lad-like glee. Thank her for us, my sister said. Me mother said thank her for me. Me feyther looked and bowed his head, and as he turned hisself about, a heavy sight from him there broke, and still he stood and looked about, and bit his lip, but never spoke.